So let's talk about the this keyword in JavaScript. Now you may have heard that it's quite confusing, and a lot of people hate the this keyword, right? So what I'll do is I won't try to give you a very long description of it. Rather, I'll show you 3 small examples and try to explain you using those examples. The reason here is that no matter how many PPTs or how many slides I show you or how many descriptions I show you, you won't really understand it until you've seen it, right? And the smaller the examples, the more clearer your understanding will be. So let's get down to it. I've opened up my JS Fiddle window, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm just outputting to this document out here the value of this. So I'll run this and it says the object window, right? The entire global object window. So just keep this in mind that if we output the this keyword using document.write outside anywhere, it's going to reference the object window. If I have a function called my function, and inside this function, let's say, let's say inside this function, I again document.write or output the value of this, and I'll call this function from here. So let's see what happens. So sorry, I have to say here my function. Right. So in both of these cases, the this keyword refers to the object window. Right? Is it clear till now? So now let me define, I'll say const person. This is an object, right? And it has a first name, a key called first name. The value is Akhil. A key called last name, and the value is Sharma. And then there's a method. So a function inside an object, a function inside an object is called a method, right? So you'll have to define a key and then you'll write a function here. The function will be anonymous, and inside this function we'll return this again. Okay, and now what I'll do is I'll call this function person dot printing, right? And I'll output whatever it returns to me. So here it doesn't say object window, it says object, right? I've defined an object and I've given it first name, last name, and I've given it a function or a method called printing, right, which is an anonymous function. And inside that you have, it returns this keyword. Now when I call this function from outside by accessing the object and the method inside the object and calling it and then outputting what it returns, which is basically this keyword, it says object, it doesn't say object window. Now this means that the reference of this keyword in this context inside an object, when it's inside of a method inside an object, it's referencing the object itself. So if I say this dot first name, I'm able to reference the first name here, which is Akhil, right? And here if I define a variable called first name in the global window and I say Robert, for example, and here I try to print this dot first name and this dot first name again. Now let's see what the output of these 3 things is. So it says Robert, and then Akhil. So the key takeaway here is if you output or if you use this alone, right, inside your code, if you use this alone, then it refers to the global object window. If you use this inside any function inside JavaScript, then it again refers to the global object window. But if there's an object and you have a method inside that object, and then you have the this keyword, right, then this keyword is going to refer to the object itself. Does that make sense? Yeah. So this was the main key takeaway, and I want to show you these 2-3 examples to get the picture clear to you. So it's very straightforward. Now This is obviously the first part of this keyword. When a few days down the line in this JavaScript series, we'll also talk about some more complexities that are introduced within this keyword. And if you like this video, then do subscribe to this channel and do watch this entire JavaScript series so that you can understand the concepts much clearly. And thank you for watching.